Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to make a simple but super efficient Enderman farm for Minecraft Bedrock. Let's go. These are the materials you will need for this farm. You will also need a significant amount of solid blocks, although this will change depending on how big you want to build the farm. If you want to build it the size that I am building it, which is fairly large, you will need about 30 stacks of blocks. However, if you're building it smaller, you may only need about 5 or 10. So, the first thing you'll need to do to build this farm is first defeat the Ender Dragon. If you haven't done this, then you won't be able to build the farm, because you need to have a free and open end. So the first thing you'll have to do to actually begin building is go to one end of the End Island and build out by about 130 blocks. Build out of a block like glass that Endermen can't teleport to, so that all the Endermen will go where we need them to. Like this. I've bridged out by about 140 blocks here, which is just far enough to make sure that Enderman will never be spawning over there, no matter what. So the last block on this bridge is going to be the AFK platform. This is where you're going to be standing when you are killing all the Endermen that spawn. From the AFK platform, build up with solid blocks by 26 blocks. Now once you've built up by 26 blocks, change this top one to be a block that you'll recognise. I'm going to be swapping it for glass. This is just so we can remember which one is the middle one when we are building the rest of the farm later. You can now destroy all of these scaffolding blocks you just placed. Like this. So now go up to the top where you place this block. We're going to be building the spawning platform for the Enderman. You can build this up to roughly about 50 blocks wide. The larger it is, the more efficient it will be. You could theoretically build it way smaller, about 10 blocks wide, and it would still work, just it would be way less efficient. For this, I'm going to be building it a total of 41 blocks wide, so if you want to do it this large, which is about the size I would recommend, you would need to build 20 blocks on each side of this block here, which is what I'm going to do. Once you have made a plus shape like this, you will need to link them up so that you have an entire square spawning platform. Like this. Once you have the square, you'll just need to fill in all of the remaining blocks. You would then have to repeat this for all 4 of the segments. Once you have filled in all the blocks, it should be looking like this. Now, we don't need to build a wall around this entire farm, because if an Enderman happens to fall off, it will just go into the void, not much of a problem. However, it is worth adding a small wall to stop them falling onto your bridge. So to do this, just find the center, build up by 2 blocks like this, make sure that at least the top layer is out of glass, so Endermen don't spawn up here, and then build across by about 5 or 6 blocks. Do the same on the other side as well. This is just enough to make sure the Enderman will not fall onto the bridge. Now at the center, break all of the blocks surrounding this piece of glass you placed. Like this. Then build up by 3 blocks. Make sure this block up here is glass, and destroy the 3 scaffolding blocks here. This is where our endermite is going to be sitting, which is going to attract all the endermen down into this hole. So next, place a minecart rail on top of the glass block. On top of that, place a solid block, and then surround this with a 2-high wall of other solid blocks. Like this. Now place a minecart on top of the rail, and destroy the rail like this. Now we have to try and get an endermite into here so we can name tag it, and let it drop down into this minecart. To get an endermite to spawn, you will have to repeatedly throw ender pearls into this chamber like this. Keep on going until you get 1 endermite to spawn. They have quite a low chance of spawning, only 1 in 20, so don't be surprised if it takes a few stacks of ender pearls to get one. So now I've got an endermite in here, you'll have to name tag the endermite. This is going to make sure it will never despawn. Now once you have name tagged it, you can just destroy this block here, and the endermite should just fall into the minecart. You can now destroy all of these support blocks. So the last thing we need to do up here is to place in some trapdoors. This is going to trick the enderman into walking off the edge into the killing platform. Just place some trapdoors across the top of the blocks like this, and then you can flick them open. However, I would recommend keeping them closed for the time being while we're building the killing platform below, to stop endermen falling down and making it difficult to build. So now we can begin work on the killing area. First, stand on the AFK platform facing away from the end island. Look up at the trapdoors and find the top left trapdoor. Then go up to it, and place 2 blocks on the corner like this. We're then going to build this down into a pillar that ends 5 blocks above the Y level of this platform down here. As you can see, we're going to leave a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 block gap like this. Do the same for the other pillar like this. If you are running short on blocks and don't want to use this many, then you can leave intervals of 2 block gaps like this. This is going to make sure that the endermen all stay in place, and since they can't teleport or get stuck on here, they will still be guided down correctly. Now for the funneling system. 1 block below the bottom of the pillars, place a solid block, and then build out a 3x3 square like this. Then on the end here, place a layer of signs, and build this out by 1 more block, like this. Then surround this area with some glass. Make sure to leave a gap over the top of both of the signs, so there is a 2 block overhang like this. Like so. Now place 2 pieces of water like this, which are going to push all the endermen down into this section here, where it will be easier to kill them. Now we need to build up some extra pillars so that the endermen don't fall down. These aren't strictly necessary, however they will help a lot with the efficiency of the farm. So to do this, just on these sides here like this, you don't need to add any on this side, build up in the same way that you built these. So you can build them straight up like this, but if you're short on blocks, you can leave the intervals like this. Like this. Now all the endermen should fall correctly into this area here. So now, underneath this funnel, you'll need to build down by 4 blocks on the backside, like this. This is going to funnel the endermen all into one easily accessible area where you can kill them. Like this. Then also add a line of blocks here like this, and build it down by an extra block. So now we need to place in a chest and some hoppers. To do this, go over to one side, place a temporary block here, and place out a double chest. You could filter this into whatever sort of sorting system or chest system you want, as one chest probably won't be enough, so you may have to add hoppers beneath and add more chests as well. Now, break this temporary block and place a hopper pointing into the chest like this. Then repeat this all the way back like this, and put hoppers pointing into the sides like this. This should entirely enclose this area so that no enderman can escape. So now there are just a couple things we'll need to do before we can open up the trapdoors up top. Firstly, place in some slabs here like so. This is going to make sure the enderman can't attack you. Then build out a little glass platform like this. So once you have finished in your session of killing the enderman, just stand here, and as you can see, you'll be able to pick up the last few drops of XP. And then finally, just place a couple pieces of glass on top of this chest. You'll still be able to open it, however, endermen will not be able to teleport on top. Okay, so now we're ready to open up the trapdoors. Just go up and open the trapdoors like this. the Enderman should begin to fall down almost immediately. As you can see, the Endermen are all getting enraged by the Endermite, and all run over into the hole. Okay, to use this farm, just walk down here, crouch, walk as far forward as you can, and just swing at the Endermen. As they die, you should get XP, and items will be added to the chest down here. I would recommend using a mending sword so that you can AFK indefinitely, and using a looting sword so you get as many ender pearls as you need. Now I'm going to be doing a 5-minute AFK session at this farm to show you guys how efficient it is. Okay, so 5 minutes later, and let's see how many levels we've got. So 17 levels in 5 minutes. Also the amount of ender pearls. There's almost 3 stacks here. That would be a total of about 35 total stacks of ender pearls in an entire hour of AFKing. So that's how to build a simple Enderman farm for Minecraft Bedrock. If you did like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you got any video ideas, please pop them down in the comments below. I love to hear them. So anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye!